Good morning. It's me, Sean. I'm in the shop. It's Labor Day. We buy a lot of Mini Coopers. I mean, you'll check the videos and you'll see we like them. We buy them and flip them. Or this one, the intention for this one is actually to turn into an exo cage car. So cut all this shit off and a little supercharged car, a little 6-speed to go zip around in. But it's really clean, and it does have an overheating issue. They say water doesn't flow. So I'm going to pull the front end off and I'm going to check, because on the Supercharger there's a jack shaft that the water pump bolts to. It's driven off the water pump. So I'm going to check it, I'm going to remedy it, and decide if I really want to cut this up, because it is a pretty car. It is a very clean car. So stay with me, we'll time lapse it, we'll mix it all in there. We'll show you the steps you got to take. I did go ahead and pull down the AC. You don't have to. Whenever we first started dealing with Mini Coopers, I didn't even own a shop. But all this will hang. You just have to pull the front off. A couple bolts here. There's literally an 8 on each side for the bumper. There's like a T27 on each side for the bumper up top, and then a whole bunch of little pigtails. And then normally there's a couple 10s. As you can see on this one, they're a little broken. They're all gone. So they delete themselves. Stay tuned. We'll see if you might be able to learn something, or maybe you can watch me do something stupid. Bye. Yeah. AC condenser. As you can see, a few bolts, 10 millimeters, 10 millimeter. I don't even know if you guys can see this. Special note, we actually do this more than any other service during the summer. But let me find see if I can get you a clean spot on the floor real quick. Oh God, bear with me. Technical difficulties. Let's see, there's some stuff here, but pretty clean, pretty clean. That's not including the stuff on the backside. But all the sand, all that shit builds up in here. And boy, you'd be surprised how bad it makes your AC operate. The temperature differences on the engine. And your radiator is absolutely no different. Just because that AC condenser is in front of it does not mean that this is safe. The only thing that condenser does is keep it from getting that crap kicked out of it. See where it's all beat up? But all this, it's a little broken. The more you know. I guess I could tell you how to remedy that. There's a AC coil cleaner. I think I have a big bottle of it. Normally we use a little hand pump sprayer. Hold on one second. Yeah. This stuff. You can get it from I think we got it from Lowe's. It comes out, it's like 12 bucks, or was 12 bucks. And you see the picture. See, it's all foaming on your AC condenser. Think about all that grass and stuff at your AC at your house. Whenever you cut grass, it all gets sucked in because the fan, airflow brings it in. Same thing. The cleaner you can keep these coils, the better the heat exchange can be. Meaning, your AC doesn't have to work as hard. It can stay cooler. Your house isn't going to be as moist inside. Sorry if you don't like the word moist. But this stuff's cheap. You literally spray it on, and what it does is it goes on a liquid form, and it actually foams up. Comes out, and you just rinse it out. I like to sit here. I like to get behind it and try to blow it out with an air nozzle, but be careful, because every one of these, you can nick them and break them. And then you just got to put a radiator in it. And then guess what? You don't have to clean that. I'd also like to point out that I'm a very skilled person when it comes to minis, and I still just messed up. So I didn't think about it. The plastic core support that holds all this together, and then just kind of the radiator sits in with 2 tabs, 2 locking tabs up top, 2 pins on the bottom, easy stuff. Got the hose unhooked. It was already cracked on this side. Now it's really cracked. It's not going to be used again. So, don't be afraid to make mistakes. See this mess? Yeah, let me show you the aftermath here. Radiator and fan is still good, but this is not. Luckily, I have a whole bunch of minis up there. There's like fucking 5 of them up there. Oh well. Sometimes progress isn't pretty, okay? Just keep rolling. Now, this is what I'm gonna show you. Pump is, okay. So, oh god. Throttle body, air inlet tube. There is a gasket here. This bolt likes to break. There's a little gasket in here. It likes to break. Here's a water pump. You have, sorry, I'm sloshing around. Little M42 supercharger, little baby guy that used to come on like old Buicks and stuff too. Air comes in, magic happens, gone. But there's a jack shaft inside of here, drives this water pump. Right inside of here, or right behind here, is a plate. You're supposed to service your supercharger. Everybody wants to service this guy because it's easy to get to, or at least accessible. You need to take this apart. On the bottom side of this, there is another service port that gets gear oil. This stuff always goes dry. Hold. I'll take you to one. Oh, look. Here's one. So, water pump, little jack shaft, jack shaft. If you watch the supercharger, if I turn this shaft right here that drives the water pump, you'll see the screws start turning. So, inside of here, see this little service port right there? There's this. You'd be surprised how many of these we buy because people don't know. Gear? Gear. Hold on. Crustiness. That used to be gear oil. It never gets serviced. So you get some horrible sounds. You hear a lot of grinding because normally these gears get completely rubbed down and worn through, kind of like a chain drive on a motorcycle. No different. I mean, it's just steel to steel. Listen, it gets rather pronounced, and people get rid of them, and then we buy them because sometimes it's easier for me. This is my hobby. I do own a shop. But I like Mini Coopers. I keep parts around. My wife has one. I like them, and they're easy to sell. And if they don't sell, you get to drive them around. There's the one I'm driving right now. There's my car. There's my wife's car. And there's, like I said, there's like 5. There's literally 5 more. One's getting fixed. It's almost done. That'll be for sale. A little turbo car, which stay away from those. They're like this much faster, but they have this many more problems. This many more problems. I'm so punny. Anyways, back to the water pump. Got to pull the inlet off, pull the hose out of the way. This one you can kind of skate by, but there's long bolts that go through. You got to pull that off, then you gain access here. We have to inspect it, so it's not a big deal. Kind of makes me want to just say the hell with it and pull the supercharger off. Kinda. We'll see. What makes a better video? These guys, these 2 vapor lines, one goes to map sensor and one goes to a crankcase. They're push lock, meaning a little tab that hangs out right here. So if you push it, you squeeze it in there, pull it out. Like you literally just pull this in, like just this piece, and then pull on the hose. I wish I could get my hands in here and show you. So you push the little red thing, push the little gray thing, voila. If you do give it a good old yank and pull, these do pop back in. So all they do is whenever they go in there, there's actually little metal tabs inside that grab a hold of that hose. Like you'll see a little footprint on the hose. So there you go. And yeah, here we are, about where we need to be. Don't make any more messes, but I did have a problem with the inlet tube because the boost bypass valve, which these always mess up too. And I can actually show you how I go from this little shaft on the side right there, and I take And take a little drill bit and just put a small hole right here and put a return spring. That way you know this actually closed, because nothing's worse than a slow Mini Cooper. They're not exactly fast to begin with, but they're fun. And they're not fun when this bastard's open, because when this thing's open, then all this boost pressure is coming in and going right back through. Doesn't create any pressure. Trying to do my best to walk you through this. I keep forgetting to use the camera. Alright, so 13, a 13, and there's a 13 right back there. There is a hose right here. Be careful of this hose, that way you don't break it. It's just a little worm clamp. So, see, there's a gap here now. Save yourself some trouble. Down in there, let me see. See that little bolt right there? It's a little 10mm head. That one. And then, God, you can't see it because the light's not there. There's one directly underneath it too. Take that off. This water pump comes off. There's an O-ring seal. I'll show you. Okay. 2 bolts. And then watch your feet. And be kind of gentle with this hose, or we just pull it. Sometimes it just doesn't want to do what you want. If you ever see pliers like this and you wonder what they're for, they're pretty much for anything that you can make them work on. Well, I'm going to be replacing this hose because this thing is stiff. Oh God. Come on, it's like pulling teeth. Okay, so we broke that seal. There we go. Little flange. Water pump has an O-ring inside of there. This is supposed to turn, but it's not. So, I don't know if you can't see that at all. Water pump still physically operates. See the little impeller in there? Oh God. Yeah, this sucks. There's a little impeller inside of there. You'll see it move. That's what grabs water, creates flow. We were on the way out anyways. See it right there? Crusty building up. There's a weep hole there, there's a weep hole here. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's a hole that weeps. So, but the one we're after this guy right here. Oh, exactly. Yes. Look. Smart guy. Sometimes. Smart ass for sure. Alright, this is not supposed to turn. The belt is still on the front. There's the belt right there. This is not turning the water pump. It just is grinding back and forth. Love it when I'm not stupid all the time. Alright. See the condition of this gear. Ooh, the whole shaft's moving. You see how rounded this is? In this case, I'll be putting a supercharger on this car, because the other end is not supposed to be this way either. So you see how it's got this big divot in the middle where the other gear ground in the center of it? This is your issue. Now they do offer rebuild services for superchargers, and they do handle this. See all this? Oh, this is bad. Okay, let me see if I can get something to scoop it. See all this stuff on the bottom here? This is what used to be gear oil mixed with all the metal, the steel material here. Watch. It's supposed to be a little fluid pocket down here. You know, whenever you fill it up, the hole is about at the tip of this, right? It sits here. So it'll fill, you know, this little area up with gear oil. I think it's just mineral oil. Same thing that LSA superchargers use. You know, pretty much every factory supercharger uses. It stinks too. What happens is this stuff gets so hot in here, it never gets serviced, it never gets replaced, and then it just starts, you know, there's more and more media, meaning there's more material from these two gears because there's no lubrication in there. And then as you get more of that, it's almost like sandblasting, and it just starts grinding it all down, and it adds more and more material in there, and you have thousands, a couple thousandths of an inch between the two gears, and then that grows greater and greater and greater, and with all that chatter back and forth, creates this stuff. So this one's actually still salvageable. If I could get this gear off, I'm not going to do that. I have a Supercharger, and it's okay. I'll replace the whole thing and be done. Get a new water pump. She already has a new thermostat in her. Previous owner that I bought her from did say that. I hope this helps. Hi. Make it short. Working on a Mini. Video being made. Having cooling issues. Let me show you the #1 cause of cooling issues on an R53 Mini, which are my favorite. See this gear? See how this gear has no center to it? See all this dusty stuff at the bottom? This is the drive gear from the Supercharger to the water pump. See how rounded that is? It's not supposed to be that way. It also moves a lot. So this is why we buy these cars. Super simple. This case, I mean, we can rebuild the Supercharger, but for time's sake, I'm just going to put one on it because I have a good one. The car will be ready for the road, or let me know. It's perfectly nice. I mean, it's 179,000 miles on an R53, clean interior. I'm thinking we might cut it up and turn it into an exo cage car, meaning every body panel gone. Trying to figure out how to keep the factory roof, because I'd really like to keep a roof, but tube chassis, everything else. We'll see. Interested to hear. I mean, I don't know how many of you actually see this, but if you like Mini Coopers, or if you want to flip cars, I can teach you how to work on these. Not exactly the best example at all times, but most of the time. Have fun. Alright, so the scope of this project has changed. To remove the Supercharger, 113 here, 113 here. This will come loose. You do have to pry these off. Try not to break these, because it is nice to keep all these wiring, all these harnesses and looms out of the way. Once you get the dipstick out, you have a lot more room. There is a special belt tool for an R53. Sorry, I'm walking around. This is the belt tool. I'll highlight how to use this because a lot of people don't know how, and it kind of hurts sometimes. And then this big bolt. Hold on, see if I can use this. Oh my god, Amy! This bolt. These two bolts. Where'd you go? Pull the alternator, and then that bolt. I say pull the alternator. Literally, there's 3 bolts. Just hang it. I just use a bungee cord. But yeah, fun stuff. It's not bad. I mean, it is a day's work. I used to do this stuff before I had a garage. I do it on the ground. Like I said, with the AC out of the way, it's way nicer. So it might just be worth the money just to pay somebody to vacuum it down, pull the system down. I mean, I do it for people all the time that want to do the actual repairs themselves. Oh, and these little T30 guys up here, don't break these boots. They get kind of hard to find. Time lapse. R53 super, I guess, drive belt accessories, and this is the tool. See those 2 little tits on the top? That's right, I said tits. I can say that I have them. It's not my proudest moment. 2 little guys. If you look down here, this is going to be weird. Right in there. See those 2 guys? There's actually 3, but there's 2 parallel to each other. We're literally lining this tool up. Please forgive me, guys. It's just kind of hard to do. I need to go hands-free, but damn it. Alright, I cheated. There you go. It's in there. It rides on this collar. And then you try to keep it steady, not smack yourself in the face. It is just as much fun, if not more fun, putting it back on.